What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy D Brown here today to discuss the divisional round of the NFL 2022-2023 playoffs. Going to give my predictions, who I think is going to advance, maybe who I think is going to win the Super Bowl too, but I think I'll save that for next week. But for now, let's focus on the four games we have for this divisional round. Who is going to advance? Who is going home? Who is going to kill this weekend? All that. All right. First things first, on Saturday, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, me, as well as every other football fanatic, pretty sure we have the Kansas City Chiefs advancing. There's not much that needs to be said in terms of organizations. These two pale in comparison to each other. The Kansas City Chiefs is the Kansas City Chiefs. I hate them because I'm a Broncos fan, but they are how they are. They have the best quarterback in the league, the best player in the league, in Patrick Mahomes, who seemed to have gotten better even without Tyree Hill being on the cast. Going against the new guy on the block, Trevor Lawrence, even though his second half of last game was very impressive, the first half wasn't so impressive. And I guarantee you, if he does that against a team like Kansas City, who don't play with their food, Kansas City is not a team that plays with their food, buddy. You do that, you're done. He can't afford to throw more than two interceptions. I don't even think he could throw one interception. Trevor Lawrence literally has to have a perfect game in order for them to even have a chance at beating the Chiefs. And even then, I don't think it's even possible. So this cut close case. Kansas City advances to the AFC Championship. And let's just hope Jacksonville can even make it a game. But I don't even anticipate them making it a game. Honest to God. Good job making it this far, Jacksonville. Nobody saw this happening, but this is the end of the road for Jacksonville. Next, for the Saturday games on this divisional weekend, we have the Giants versus the Eagles. And listen, I really like the Giants. I love what they did last week. Daniel Jones looked like he just became of age right before our eyes, even though it was just one game. However, it's the Vikings. The Vikings, who I thought were frauds the whole year. I picked them to lose that game for that simple reason. And they went right there and went to bed. Their defense is horrible. Like literally, seriously, they're horrible. Absolutely horrible. In fact, Daniel Jones had 300, 300 passing yard games this season. Two of them was against Minnesota. You know, I would really love to believe that Daniel Jones took that next step, but it's against Minnesota, man. And I really can't, I can't trust it. I can't trust that this team is gonna look as good as they looked against Minnesota as they would against the Eagles. And I think the Eagles is going to handle them just like they did both times this season. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road in my eyes for the New York Football Giants. Good job by the coach, by the quarterback, the run game. They are going to be something to be reckoned with in the future. But right now, I think it's the Eagles' time, and they will advance to the NFC Championship to face who we'll see next. In the first game on Sunday, divisional round weekend, we have the Bengals versus the Bills, the rematch. Now, this one is tricky because from me to you, right? Honestly speaking, if Lamar Jackson had played in that game, like full Lamar Jackson, 100%, is no doubt in my mind Cincinnati was going to lose that game. 100%. They was going to lose that game. If you could get that close to being upset by Brett Hundley, You was gonna lose that game if it was Lamar Jackson. 100%. We all know they were going to lose that game. So it's tricky because on the other hand, you have the Bills, and if Tua was the quarterback, and if maybe Waddle and Tyreek Hill have caught a couple balls, and that backup QB had not thrown a couple of interceptions, even if just a couple of things have went Miami's way, they would have upset the Bills. It's like I don't know what happened to the Bills. I don't know what happened to Josh Allen. Like honestly, after what happened to DeMar Hamlin, which is so unfortunate, I expected the Bills to come out with fire, just fire in their eyes, get ready to kill everybody. But no, they they just keep regressing. It's like Josh Allen turning into Brett Favre, but not as good. It's like he look horrible. Honestly, man. Like, all right, yeah, he can make one or two good throws throughout the duration of the game, but you look bad, Josh. Josh looks horrible, man. And that's why I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game because, in my opinion, when it comes down to pound, choosing Joe Burrow over Josh Allen, especially in this current time, I have to choose Joe Burrow because I just know he will come through and he will be more protective of the ball. He will make better decisions. He will make the bigger plays in this current moment. I can't trust Josh Allen anymore. He just looks bad. He just keep regressing. I can't trust him. Sorry. I got the Bengals going on to play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. And for the last game, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers. And this one is tricky to me because going into the playoffs, I kind of wanted to believe in Dallas that maybe this just might be the year. Like me, I believe in destiny. Personally, it's just like it's been 30 years, especially to this day. 30 years ago, goddamn, Dallas ain't make it to a damn NFC championship. Sorry, like 28 years. And I just feel like eventually they're gonna cross that river. I just don't know if it's this year because yeah, they looked great a few days ago, but it was against, need I say, a mediocre Tom Brady led Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A mediocre Tom Brady led Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I never thought I'd say a mediocre led Tom Brady team in my life, but they're mediocre. They are not good. They are not a good team. If it wasn't for them being in a horrible division, they would not be in the playoffs. They have no run game. The O line is garbage. The receivers, they're just underwhelming this year. Evans and Godwin and Julio. I didn't expect them to win at all. I expected them to get beat just like how they was beaten. And Dallas looked good, but can we trust that against the 49ers? Can we trust Micah Parsons to be in the backfield for 8 or 9 pressures against Trent Williams? Could we trust that the Niners won't run the ball down the Cowboys' throat like the Bucks didn't? We can't trust that. Now, here's the trump card, Brock Purdy. It is of my belief that sooner or later, Brock Purdy is going to have one of those games. See, this to me, this is why this is a wild card game. I don't know. This is a toss up. This could be the game where Purdy shows why he's the last pick of the draft and the Cowboys could win. However, I just don't believe in the consistency of the Cowboys. They're good one game, they're good, they're horrible the next game, and which is why I have to choose the 49ers. But don't be surprised if they are upset. Honestly, don't be surprised if the Cowboys upset the 49ers. And it's going to be, if it does happen, it's going to be because Purdy had that one bad game. It's just, when you're so good and you're so perfect, but you just have that one bad game, Even the best of the quarterbacks have a bad game. Shoot. Uh Mahomes threw like 3 interceptions against the Broncos and almost lose a 27-0 lead. Everyone has that bad game. Sooner or later, Purdy is going to have that bad game. And it could be this week. It might not be this week, but it could. But either way, I'm going to pick the 49ers because they have just a better personnel. They've been more consistent. You can kind of trust them. I can't trust the Cowboys, so I can't pick them. So the 49ers, Eagles, Kansas City, Cincinnati. That is my divisional round weekend prediction. Thank you everybody for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.